The New York Knicks just won their first title in 53 years. So the offseason goal is simple to say and hard to do. Keep the band together. The core is mostly locked in, but there are real decisions. Headlined by a key big man, they reportedly consider a priority to re-sign. So let's break down the Knicks offseason. Who do they keep? Who do they pay? And how do they stay on top? Here's the plan. First, the championship core that's already locked in. Then, the priority re-signing the Knicks reportedly want to get done. Then, the cap reality that limits what they can do. And finally, how a champion actually improves at the margins. The stats are verified, the contract talk is labeled, and the analysis is mine. Let's start with the core. This is game is culture. If you want a title team's offseason broken down with real numbers, hit subscribe. We're chasing 1,000. It's free and it helps a ton. Now, the core. The core that's locked in. Start with the good news. The spine is set. Jalen Brunson, the finals MVP, is signed and in his prime. Karl Anthony Towns gives them 20 points and 12 rebounds a night. OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges form a switchable elite wing defense. And Josh Hart is the do-everything glue. That's a championship 5 that the Knicks largely control going into next season. They don't have to rebuild anything. And that continuity is the whole asset. The team that just went 16-3 in the playoffs gets the return intact, with the same coach in Mike Brown, the same closer, and the same identity. Most of the league will spend the summer reshuffling. The Knicks get to refine instead of rebuild. In a copycat league, keeping a proven champion together is the smartest move there is. The priority? Mitchell Robinson. Now the key decision. Mitchell Robinson doesn't fill a box score with points, but look closer. Nearly 9 rebounds and over a block a game in just 20 minutes on 72% shooting. Per minute, he's one of the best rim protectors and offensive rebounders in the entire league. He's the defensive backbone and second chance engine behind this title, and he's reportedly a priority to bring back. Per reporting, re-signing Mitchell Robinson is a clear priority for New York, and it makes total sense. A champion built on defense and rebounding needs its anchor. He protects the rim, he hammers the offensive glass, and he lets Towns play his more natural role. Losing him would weaken the exact identity that won the title. Keeping him keeps the formula intact. And this is the lesson of championship roster building. The temptation after a title is to chase a splashy new name. The smarter play is usually to protect the connective pieces that made you great in the first place. For the Knicks, Robinson is exactly that piece. Unglamorous, but essential. Get that done, and the core that won it all is fully back in the fold. The cap reality. But there's a catch, and it's the bill. A roster with this many quality players is expensive, and the league's new rules punish the biggest spenders hard, limiting trades and roster flexibility. Realistically, the Knicks won't have much beyond minimum contracts and a small exception to add talent. The price of a champion is a tight, expensive book with very few easy upgrades available. So how do they get better? At the margins. Hunt cheap, reliable shooting to space the floor around Brunson and Towns. Add a young, athletic wing on a minimum who can grow into the rotation. Maybe a backup ball handler to ease the load in the regular season. None of it is flashy, but champions are often improved by depth and fit, not by stars. The risk. And here's the honest tension. The strength is continuity, the same group that just dominated the playoffs. The risk is that continuity with an aging, expensive roster can curdle into being stuck, unable to improve while younger rivals rise. The Knicks have to balance loyalty to a title team against the danger of standing still in a fast-moving league. That's the tightrope of defending a championship. So here's my verdict on the offseason plan. Re-sign Mitchell Robinson, protect the core, and use every minimum and exception on cheap shooting and youth. The Knicks don't need a blockbuster. They need to keep a championship band together and add a little around the edges. Do that, and they remain the clear team to beat in the East. The blueprint is continuity, not chaos.
Because the truth is, this team's championship window is open right now. The smartest thing a champion can do is resist the urge to blow it up or overpay for a name, and instead reward the group that delivered. Keep Brunson's supporting cast intact, bring back the defensive anchor, and run it back. You don't fix what just won you a title, you protect it. And don't overlook the depth that quietly won this title. Championship teams are built on more than 5 names. They're built on trusted role players who know their jobs. The Knicks bench gave them defense, ball handling, and timely shooting all spring. Re-signing or cheaply replacing those pieces and keeping that hard-nosed locker room intact matters almost as much as the stars do. Continuity runs all the way down the roster, not just at the top. So what should the Knicks do this offseason? My answer, re-sign Mitchell Robinson, keep the championship core together, and add cheap shooting around the edges. But maybe you'd shake it up more aggressively. So what's the one move you'd make as a champion? Stand pat or swing big? Tell me below. And if you want the whole title defense tracked, subscribe and join the family.